the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump.
The assassination attempt tonight, remarkable new images here.
The assassination attempt on the former president.
Gunfire erupted at a campaign rally for former President Donald Trump.
A bullet aimed at Donald Trump could have changed history forever. During a rally, Trump was shot with an assault rifle, narrowly escaping death. This single earth-shattering event has thrown America's political landscape into chaos. Even Elon Musk has taken to Twitter to support Trump, sparking a wave of controversy. With the elections just around the corner, the stakes have never been higher. But was this a genuine assassination attempt or a high-stakes political stunt? Let's understand this. On the day of the attack, Trump's rally was taking place in Butler, Pennsylvania. As Trump stood behind the podium delivering his speech, a gunman from the right side of the stage, about 400 feet away, opened fire from a rooftop. The FBI has identified the attacker as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. They believe he acted alone and found no connections to any terrorist groups. The weapon used was an AR-style semi-automatic rifle. The New York Times says that the rally started at 6:05 p.m. At 6:11 p.m., some of the audience had spotted the gunman on the rooftop. They started shouting, "He has got a gun!"
He's got a gun!
After some time, he shot. At the very last minute, Trump tilted his head a little, which is why the shot only grazed his right ear. There were 5 rounds of shooting. In this, 2 people were wounded and 1 person was killed. What's interesting is that just a few days before this incident, Biden tweeted about assault weapons, warning people about their dangers. This timing seems suspicious. By the way, a journalist named Tucker Carlson predicted this.
So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously.
Last year, when he predicted this, the theory was called baseless. But now this theory doesn't seem so baseless. Another interesting thing is that the structures you see behind were counter-snipers. You can also spot them in this video. The job of these counter-snipers is to shoot directly if they see a threat. But the interesting thing is that in Trump's case, these snipers were looking in the right direction. Still, they didn't spot the attacker first. After the gunman was killed, Trump was taken away by security, where Trump made this iconic gesture. Look, I am a normal citizen. I know the difference between Trump and Biden, so as a citizen, I don't care about Biden or Trump. But as an observer, I am surprised to see that after such a serious security breach, how can someone stand up a second after being shot? No one knew whether the gunman was working alone or if he had a companion. Even after killing the gunman, no one could attack Trump. Trump could have died in this. But still, he stood up and said to the audience, "Fight, fight, fight." This is going to be an iconic photo and it will definitely impact the elections in America. This is a fact. Then you wonder if Trump liked it or not. After this incident, the question arises, was it an assassination attempt or a political stunt? I don't think any political leader will take such a big risk by attacking him because the target was not on his chest, where a bulletproof vest can be worn. The attack was directly on his head. That is, if Trump didn't tilt his head a little, he would have been sent away. But after this failed assassination attempt, what do people say about Donald Trump's photo? Look, his willpower and his passion are being praised. After this attack, the world's leaders have condemned this attack. As far as Biden has said, there is no place for such violence in democracy.
As I said last night, there is no place in America for this kind of violence or any violence for that matter.
Trump is being made a savior. In America, the process of assassinating the president has been going on for a long time. Let's know a little bit about history. On 14th April 1865, Abraham Lincoln was killed. On 2nd July 1881, James Garfield was killed. On 6th September 1901, William McKinley was killed. On 22nd November 1963, John F. Kennedy was killed. Many such presidents have been killed. Similarly, Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, George Bush have all been targeted by assassins, but these attacks failed. In America's history, there have been 15 such attacks on presidents and president-elects. On this basis, security is very tight during campaigning, so where did the security failure occur? Here, many security breaches occurred. The biggest problem is the high ground control. When such big events take place, High ground or any tall building or structure is secured where there is security, and no one is allowed to go there because a clear view can be seen from the high ground and an attack can be launched from here. But the gunman was able to reach this white rooftop with his weapon. The second security failure was checking. People who attend such events cannot carry guns. Magnetometers, the same machines that you see at airports, are used here. But the gunman took his position by avoiding all these security protocols. Thirdly, after the event, the Secret Service, who was responsible for Trump's security, did not give any representative press briefing. It seems like they are trying to hide something. Officials say that the gunman's position was outside of their security perimeter. That's why the area was not checked. But is this excuse valid? The FBI is investigating all these things. They will also check if there was an insider in this. This is a wild theory, but watch this video. People get shocked when shooting, but a woman is not shocked at all. She starts recording on her phone. People knew what was going to happen and she was ready. But there is one important thing missing in all these things, and that is the motive of the shooter. What was the motive of this gunman? Well, long answer short, the FBI says that the investigation is ongoing, and even after the investigation is completed, the real motive of the shooter might remain unknown. The FBI might keep this a secret, or the real truth will be hidden from us. But there can be a clue from his t-shirt. Thomas Crooks was wearing a t-shirt from a YouTube channel named Demolition Ranch. This channel particularly reviews guns, including many assault rifles. Gun laws are a controversial topic in America. 1/3 of Americans have guns. The data of 2018 says that there are 319 million guns in America. Let me remind you that in 2018, the population of America was around 300 million. In America, there are more guns than human beings. In fact, in the Second Amendment of their Constitution, their citizens were given the right to bear arms, that is, the right to keep guns. That is why in 2021, more than 48,000 people died of gun-related injuries in America. In 1 year of 2023, there were 630 mass shootings in America. That is, on average, there are 2 mass shootings every day. If you look at the data of the last few years, it is consistently more than 600 mass shootings in the last 4 years. This number is very concerning for a developed country. On this basis, the universal background checks proposed by Biden last year aimed to make background checks mandatory for all gun buyers. If you want to buy guns in America, you go to a licensed firearms seller and then your background check is conducted. But different states have different laws regarding what kind of background checks are required. This includes checking your mental health history and criminal history. But in America, there are licensed and unlicensed firearms sellers. Right now, there are 80,000 licensed firearms sellers in the US. If you buy guns from them, then your background checks will be done. But the director of the ATF says that many firearms dealers do not register. In 2019, a 19-year-old boy named Harris tried to buy a gun. A licensed firearms seller refused to sell him the gun after conducting a background check. Harris then bought this gun from an unlicensed vendor and later used it to carry out a shooting at a school where 2 people died. Gun violence is a big problem in America. When this 20-year-old gunman wore a t-shirt from a YouTube channel that talks about guns, it seemed he wanted to send a message. What could this message be? Could it be a warning against strict gun laws or a message that every American wants guns? There is no clarity at the moment. Trump is from the Republican Party and Biden is from the Democrat Party. Republicans are more relaxed about gun laws, whereas Democrats are stricter. The party that doesn't want to impose strict background checks on guns is trying to kill their candidate with a gun. What's going to happen? I believe that after this attempt, Trump will become a hero for many Americans, and his chances of winning in the next election will increase. Now, people will think that if someone wants to kill Trump, it means Trump really wants to do something good. It will create sympathy. The fans who were not sure who to vote for will now be very sure. This will definitely impact global politics. Trump has already said that the people who talk about de-dollarization will be punished. If Trump wins, whatever the BRICS plans are, it will definitely impact them. Trump is a controversial figure. His views on immigration and war are very aggressive. The shocking attack on Donald Trump has left the nation reeling, and the Trump family is grappling with its aftermath. Melania Trump has publicly expressed her deep concern for her husband's safety, while Ivanka Trump has been vocal about the need for heightened security measures. Behind the scenes, there are reports of intense discussions within the Trump household about the implications of this attack on their future. The Trump family's unity and resilience are being tested like never before, as they navigate the complexities of political life under unprecedented threats. As they rally around Donald Trump, their collective response will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping the public's perception of this critical moment in American history. And there you have it. The story behind the shocking attempt on Donald Trump's life. Was it an actual assassination attempt or a high-stakes political maneuver? The truth may remain hidden, but one thing is certain. This incident has shaken the political landscape in ways we couldn't have imagined. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. And stay tuned for our next video where we dive into the secret world of Baron Trump. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we've uncovered. Until then, stay curious and keep questioning.